Hello world, it is Thursday, September 3rd, and it's a beautiful day in Defiance again. Blue skies and sunshine. A little cool, a little humid though still this morning. I think we're going to get a break tonight with temperatures in the 50s and highs in the 70s tomorrow, which will be really nice. So if you got any outside work to do or just want to get outside and go for a walk, I think tomorrow is going to be your day. The devotion for today is entitled Dogged. It's written by Matthew Laney. And Matthew bases the devotion on Mark chapter 7, verses 25 through 27, New Revised Standard Version, and it says adapted. A Syrophoenician woman whose little daughter had an unclean spirit heard about Jesus, and she came and bowed at his feet. She begged him to cast the demon out of her daughter. He said to her, "Let the little children be fed first, for it is not fair to take the children's food and throw it to the dogs." But she answered him, "Sir, even the dogs under the table eat the children's crumbs." Matthew writes, Jesus used a racial slur against a person of mixed race and ethnicity. He called the Syrophoenician woman and her unwell child dogs. Insults based on dogs are curious. Not only are dogs among the most loving, gracious, trustful, loyal creatures on earth, but also dogs are dogged. Our dog Boots loves to lick dirty dishes as we load the dishwasher. No matter how many times I chase him away, he's not getting the message. He does not give up. He persists and persists and persists to get as many crumbs from our plates and forks as possible. The Syrophoenician woman doggedly persisted. She was not the first or the last. Sojourner Truth, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Susan B. Anthony, Rosa Parks, Senator Jeanette Rankin, Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm, Michelle Obama, Stacey Abrams, Sandra Day O'Connor, RBG, Elizabeth Warren, Malala Yousafzai, Greta Thunberg, and many more I could name, as well as countless anonymous or unnamed women like the Syrophoenician woman have doggedly persisted, would not go away, would not give way, would not be dismissed. "Sir," the Syrophoenician woman protested, "even the dogs under the table eat the children's crumbs." I think she also whispered checkmate, but that wasn't recorded. Jesus' response was an expletive. "Great is your faith." The daughter was healed, and maybe Jesus was too. Maybe Jesus was converted to a large vision of his own message about the commonwealth of God and who belongs. If you need healing, hope, or justice for yourself, for a loved one, for your community, for our country, ask for it, demand it, don't back down. Remind God who God is and what God promised to be and do. Be dogged, persist. Matt's prayer. Faithful God, you promised a new heavens and a new earth. You promised. I won't stop demanding it until you deliver. Amen. For me, this devotion reminds me that not so much that we need to be persistent in demanding things from God, but persistent in doing what God demands from us. We are God's co-workers in the world, working to pursue justice, to bring healing, and to bring hope to people's lives. That falls upon our shoulders. We can't just sit and pray to God to do something without doing something. That's part of our role. That's part of our job as being created. That's part of what's required about having dominion over the earth, as told to us in Genesis. We're here to be God's hands and feet in the world, to be Jesus' hands and feet in the world. Another thing this reminds me of is that even Jesus was sometimes blind to his own biases, I guess you might say, or short-sightedness. After all, his mission and ministry began simply with the people from his family, the Jewish family. He was a person of Jewish faith and tradition. But in this case, this opened his eyes to see that his mission and ministry extended beyond just one people, but extended to all God's creation, to all God's people. So, if Jesus can learn and change, I think we can too. So think about that. Pray about it. See what you can do. And never think that any action is too small or too inconsequential. Because if everybody just did a little bit, a lot could be done. So keep praying and keep doing. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow.